problem with over the top is players get to the top of their backswing and think, well, golf is a rotational sport, so I'll rotate. And they turn their shoulders first. And the club and the hands go out in front of the body, and you're all set up to swing across the ball to the left. If the face is open, you're going to hit a slice. If the face is square or closed, you're going to hit a pull. And you've got no lower body in the swing at all. That's your over the top. So how do we fix it? Stay tuned. He spent 10 years in Ukraine working for the CIA. Or was the CIA working for him? A lot of teaching pros will focus on fixing over the top with hand and arm drills and movements. And that's cool, don't get me wrong. But I think sequencing is the name of the game. So let's talk about our sequence. It starts at the top of the backswing. The first thing we want to do, without rotating the shoulders, is we want to get left. Get our weight onto our front side. Lean towards the target, however you want to say it, while keeping our back to the target. Grab a club, put it across your shoulders. Make your turn like you're making a backswing. And then practice leaning left without rotating. Keep your back to the target. So now that you can do that, now we're going to add the second step of the sequence, which is rotation. And it starts from the ground. So you've got all this weight on your left foot. You want to push off the ground like you're crushing a can. And that's called a ground force reaction. And that'll set off a chain of events where your hips will start to rotate, then your torso, then your shoulders, then your arms, and then finally the club. The sequence takes very little time, less than 2 seconds. You don't have time to think about all that. But you do have time to think about getting left first and then rotating. The old step ploy builds on what we've already done. And it's just a great sequencing drill. Your lower body's moving towards the target, your upper body's moving away from the target. You load the front side and you release the club. And it is impossible, if you do this, if you practice this and you do it well, it is impossible to come over the top when you're doing the old step ploy. It's impossible to cast the club. It's impossible to make a bad swing. Just keep your arms relaxed. Watch that golf club shallow. And watch your downswing come in under plane without having to think about it. One more, and then you... But if you do want some drills and exercises to do to get that feeling of shallowing the club with your hands and arms, here's a few that I like. So I call these drills one-arm lag ploys. And what you're going to do is, I'm taking this one in my right hand. I'm going to start moving it away from the target. But the club head's going to lag behind my hands as far as how it's moving. As I take it back, I'm going to change direction and stay relaxed. And the club head's going to go into a lagged position. And then I'm just going to practice lagging the club in both directions. Now remember, lag comes from the inside out. So when you change directions and keep your arms relaxed, the club's going to lag. And you'll see when you do this, the club shallows. You don't have to do anything. Gravity just does its thing. The body does its thing, and the club shallows. If you practice this and make it a subconscious move, you won't ever have to worry about shallowing the club again. So you want to do this also with the left arm. And it's basically the same thing. The drill starts from the center. Change direction from the center. Lag the club in both directions. Watch the club shallow. As far as integrating this into your practice sessions and into your swing, I would use these drills at the start of my practice sessions for about a month. And then during the practice session, I just try to forget about them and really keep my arms and hands relaxed. And keep working on that sequencing. And your over the top should be a thing of the past.